Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I am Shika, your medicine woman, conscious mentor, and Reiki master. This is probably the third or fourth time that I've tried to record this, so let's hope that the lighting is loving. Let's bring some lighting goddesses and angels in here. Anyways, today's video is going to be about the Gemini full moon and what you need to know about November 8th, 2022, 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after, in a card reading. So I did do an energy update video, so from the OGs, the subscribers, you guys already know that I have that. I also posted a meditation as well, so you can go check that out and then get some more downloads through this video. Before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, notification bell so you don't miss a video. Share this with your friends, because the more of us that can work with the moon and consciously, the more that we can help our collective energy. So why not share some good vibes and moon energy with your friends? So whoever's open to it, send them the link, check it out, bring them to the tribe. The last thing I want to share with you guys is I do have the Earth Dharma program, which is an Earth Dharma training, healer's training, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, deep program for the new Earth leaders. Now, this program most likely might be full, but if I'm sharing it right now, I'm sharing it, and if you apply and I reach out to you, that means that there's still a spot, and that spot might be yours. So all the information is down below. You can start with a meditation, kind of go from there. I also have an announcement, and the announcement is coming up after I go to the retreat, because I'm hosting an ancestral retreat here in the Caribbean. So after that retreat, I will be posting an exciting news to add yourself to the email list. Thank me later. Let's get into this video because I'm talking too much. Let's get into it. Oh my God, I'm so happy to do this with you guys and to be doing it in the homelands, and the sun is just so beautiful, but she's strong. So let's hope that I don't have to restart this, and we're gonna trust the gods for that. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes if you can. If you can't, just bring some present breaths in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And on this next inhale, I want you to think about what you're asking for as far as confirmation, or maybe what this Gemini full moon has for you. Taking a deep breath into your diaphragm. Exhaling out. Another deep breath in. Exhaling out. Let's get into the reading, opening your eyes back into space with me. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is we got some cards. One of them actually I pulled from the last reading I did, so it seems like we have some more work / more celebration to do. So the first card that came out right when I just started breathing with you all is the Imagine card. And this card is really just saying, if we can just imagine the best situation that we can be, the best, what would that look like for us? Now, Gemini full moon on November 8th, 2022, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, as I mentioned in the last energy update, is asking us to let go of the old masks that we have been holding for so long, and calling us to really tune into letting go of those masks. When we allow ourselves to let go of this mask, we can start to imagine who we can be outside of what we know. And that is very powerful. Some of you have been asking to step into your power for a very long time, and the power right now in your hands is imagining, knowing that the reality that you have during this Gemini full moon is not the reality that will stay forever. So stop allowing your problems in this current moment to consume you. Gemini full moon is talking about allowing us to move through the layers of our emotions, because there will be that layer of emotions. You might even notice that you are more social. You want to express your feelings more around this time. I'm also tuning into some of you getting tired. Some of you are like frustrated that your manifestation hasn't been coming and whatnot, but the thing that Spirit's telling me is like, keep imagining, because the way that your energy is now compared to when you did manifest before is very elevated. And just think about when you do that deep healing, when you do that deep work, you shift in so many levels, and it allows you to be at a higher frequency, which means that we remove the timeline of existence of time, and we can allow ourselves to be one with what we're trying to create. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say that we want an abundant life. And we want abundance so we can have opportunities to do things. Instead of focusing so much on the reality that I have X, Y amount in my bank account, why don't you allow yourself to say, hey, I'm still abundant, because this bank account can change. This bank account can shift. My relationship can shift. But there's like an old part of your shadow self that's holding on to this and is preventing you from imagining. So what is the mask that you want to remove from your shadow self that is scared of seeing what you can find behind the fear? Imagine, allow imagination to remind you of a new life. Okay, the new life card is telling you that there's this new life that is coming for you that your soul isn't even aware of. And I'm gonna bring up my ancestor cards because I love that. Let's see what new life they're talking about. If there's a card from our ancestors, as soon as I said that, 2 cards came out. So we have the winter, take care of your needs, shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Okay, so new life says, if you step into your gifts with this Gemini full moon, you will then find out what the new life that Spirit's trying to give you. We have the wolf spirit. Wolf spirit's really beautiful. I'm pointing it out of the animals here because the wolf represents community. Some of you are going to need to understand that part of our imagination is not doing it alone. I know we came into this world alone. I know some of you have that abandonment wound that is coming up and you're scared of abandoning that old version of yourself because that's all you have. You feel like the pain and that story is all you have, but we don't have to make things hard for ourselves. You know, I know we talk about shadow work, guys, here on the channel, and we talk about healing, but Gemini full moon on November 8th, 2022, 3 days before the day of 3 days after. Yes, it's about healing, but it's also about balancing and harmonizing that, you know, tap and unveil what is underneath that mask, because underneath that mask that you're scared of shedding right now is a new life, is a person, is a version of yourself that is screaming to be seen, and you're not allowing them to be seen in this space because you're scared, and that's okay. But you're human, can have those feelings, but just know that your soul is so much deeper. So the wolf spirit's like a lone wolf. Has anyone felt that before? I felt that a lot in my journey at one point. I felt alone, I felt not understood, I felt like, you know, people just didn't understand the journey and didn't understand the process and the suffering and the things that I had to go through there. There's that part of my ego that was kind of like wounded. But then I had to understand that the wolf is also a lone wolf, but there's also a pack of community. So it's about balancing and harmonizing, you know, the new life that you want to create as an individual and the impact that you want to create with your gifts unveiling to help other people. So if you're a space holder wanting to be a space holder, or you just help people, you're here to help people. Let's take out space holder and take that off of his pedestal, or healer. You're just here and you've always wanted to help people and you're coming from your heart in that space. It's like, there's gonna be times where you want to be alone. There's gonna be times where you want to be in community, but don't isolate so much because you're scared of being seen, and don't go into community to be avoiding what you need to see in yourself. So I deeply feel like that is such a big message for you right now. The other card that you guys also got was the winter card, and this winter card is really telling us that this is time for us to take care of our needs. So this Gemini full moon on November 8th, 2022, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, is telling us how can we take care of our needs so we can have the energy to step into what our highest timeline is. So some of you are going to be asked to create new boundaries you've never created before. And it might be uncomfortable to nurture yourself. It might be uncomfortable to say that this journey is easy and it doesn't have to be hard and you don't have to be in survival mode anymore and you don't have to struggle anymore. But in doing that, you're going to receive so much opportunity, so much clarity, and you're, again, creating a life for yourself. So this is, again, just that new life you're creating for yourself. The last card that flew out is the Unfinished Symphony. So the Unfinished Symphony is just saying, like, what are some things, and I didn't even notice this. I pull this card all the time, guys, and I didn't even notice this. There is an eagle on the card. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get the lighting going. Right here, there's a little eagle, and what it's telling me is, like, wow, this is deep. It's 10. So if you guys have been seeing 1s or 0s or 10, this is definitely a message for you. But in this Gemini full moon on November 8th, 2022, it's asking us to look at the unfinished things that we haven't healed yet. That is making us fear letting go and shedding this last part of ourselves. It's almost like when you see a snake and then there's the last piece of the skin that it needs to shed and it's scared. that is the part that it's talking about. So there's like a part of you that you need to look inwards, and I feel like almost trickster energy, like the shadow version of yourself is like trickster, or maybe even like an ancestor or a guide that maybe you've connected with that's like, but just know that your other benevolent guides are protecting you through this. So it's nothing to fear to revisit this part of you, and nothing to fear to let go of this shadow or this version of yourself that is calling you to be shifted. Let's see if there's any other cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then we'll move into the Ancestor cards and the Light. Ooh. Okay, we got 3 cards, and I think that's it. So we have Truth Be Told, Serendipity, and Deep Knowing. So again, this new life that we are creating, and this new life that we don't even know, like you absolutely don't even know this, what you're going to get for the Gemini full moon. You're going to see it between now and June, right? So really tune in and come back, make a note to come back June 2023 and look at what you wrote down, and what face or what that mask, I guess, what face or what version of yourself are you shedding in the fire and eliminating in the fire element. Fire is definitely coming up too. So truth be told, can I just say that this card has a mask? Knowledge behind the mask, wisdom behind the mask, and there's rose petals and love and heart. So I almost feel like some of you are shedding this because this is a part of you you haven't been able to love in this lifetime, or lifetimes to come, or lifetimes before that. So this is really saying, like, let your heart be open. Receive that version of yourself that you're shedding with love and compassion. Forgive that version of yourself and move forward to see the knowledge and the truth that is behind this mask, to see the version of yourself. Because when you see it, you're giving people permission to see you, to see your gifts, to see your heart, to see your power. So I feel like this resonates so much. Serendipity just says luck. So this card's really just saying that even though you don't know what's coming up in this, after this full moon, what's coming up and what's kind of being untethered during this time for you, that you have so much luck on your hand and you have nothing to worry about. So if there is any question or decision or thing or emotion or detour or rejection that has occurred during the Gemini full moon, November 8th, 2022, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, just know that we don't need to worry about that. Like, don't waste the energy. And I go a little bit more about that in the energy update, so go check it out if you haven't already. Deep knowing. We have a lot of owl spirit. Anyone seeing owls, seeing them in their dreams, maybe connecting with them, there's some knowledge behind that. And if you see an owl in your dream, or you see an owl in general, if it's in consciousness and you're human during your day, notice what you're thinking about and ask yourself, what is the inner wisdom that you need to learn in this state of mind and this thought process? If it's in your dream, ask yourself, what is the knowledge and the lesson of the dream? Not the person, not who's involved, not the ex that's in your dream. It's more of what's the wisdom. So here we have the full moon, of course, and just saying that there's going to be some wisdom that will come up. So I kind of sense that after this full moon, you guys are going to understand what this new piece of yourself that you're integrating into your new life. That's deep. So some of you have been doing a lot of deep work and you haven't integrated and got to know your new self. So in doing that, you're just holding on to the last bits of debris of your old masks that you are being called to let go during this Gemini full moon. I just got like shivers in my heart. So again, if there's that aha moment, let me know with the purple heart emoji and let me know what resonated, what came through for you, because that is so deep. But there's some deep wisdom. Call into the owl spirit in my meditation that I posted when you do it, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after. Call in the owl spirit. It will help you through your journey, and even call them to hold you and protect you in spirit throughout your day as well. Okay, let's move into the ancestral card deck. So, let's see what we got. You know, it's interesting when the cards start to flip a little bit, right? And they start falling everywhere. I don't know if you guys ever get that. And you're like, ooh, okay, the cards are really speaking these days. Okay, one more card. Okay, so we have a couple other ones here. You guys can hear me well. I will see when I edit this. So this one, ooh, I love these cards. So Hermit, retreat and recharge. So again, are you guys getting burnt out? Do I feel that? Because I'm feeling that. And can I just share this? If you're feeling burnout, I want to share something. Burnout is the best blessing you can ever have, because what burnout teaches you is how much you've been ignoring your human being and your human body and just constantly going. And 2, it allows you to establish new boundaries. 3, it offers you a lesson for free. It literally offers you a lesson and an opportunity for you. So hermits retreat and recharge. A lot of you are being called to retreat and recharge. This holiday might feel a little bit different because you guys are going to feel like you don't want to do much. And I just want you to let you know that you have full permission to do nothing. You don't have to do a lot of things. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to like, oh, there's only 2 more weeks of the month. I need to get a better quarter, or I need to make more money, or I need to work more. Like, listen to your body, because if you allow yourself to continue to be in this burnout energy, you're going to be going with this energy even longer than you did before. You're going to have to take more time off than you did in the Christmas holiday. So it's just not worth it. Don't allow yourself to do that. Please thank me later, and you'll thank me a lot more after. But again, this is what's being called. It's like really focusing on recharging your energy, recharging your being. I hope you guys can, let me just move the lighting a little bit. Okay, cool. So recharging your energy, recharging. So the last card is the Knight. So be brave and honest. I love this. This is like kind of masculine energy. So there's 2 messages that I'm getting for this card. The first one is this Gemini full moon is teaching you that there will be a masculine energy or masculine presence that's going to force you to be honest and bring up something in you, like force you to allow your new self to answer the question, to respond, to create a decision. And the be brave and be honest is like, you can allow yourself to be seen vulnerable and to cry and to have tears in your eyes and still be powerful. Some of you haven't allowed yourself to embody the feminine, and what this full moon in Gemini, whoa, this is so deep, is telling you is that the mask and the between the 2 worlds that we're really talking about here is saying that allow yourself to feel will allow yourself to shed. Allow yourself to feel, to shed. When we look at the serpent energy, which is the feminine embodied, it's kundalini, it's tantric energy. That spirit of serpent means for us to be honest and brave. And to be honest and brave, we have to go into our emotions. So some of you who are very controlling, or maybe you are really into your masculine, this Gemini full moon is going to force you to surrender on your knees, and you're going to have no other option but to just surrender. So would you rather Spirit do it easily, or would you rather going against Spirit, going against the oceans, going against the waves? So this is a beautiful card. I kind of want to read some more about it, because every time I pull out this card, I feel like it just brings all of the cards together. So do the right thing, even if it isn't easy and easiest option. Stand for what you know and is right and true. So standing into what you know is right and true, and you will be tested on this again, and this is going to be a huge part of you shedding from that old version of you into the new version of you that you're now integrating, okay? Let's see if there's any other cards for the ancestral deck, and then I'll do work your light, and I think we're done. One more card. Enjoy growth and reap your rewards. So again, a lot of you have been on survival mode and feel like you have to struggle. What's the struggling thing that some of you are feeling? Like, I struggle. If I struggle, that means I'm working harder. So there's something beautiful about the apple. There's the apple card in here. What is the apple? The apple is abundance. Apples represent abundance. Why? Because there's so many seeds in them. And when we eat the nectar of the apple, it's the sweetness of life. It's the sweetness of being. It's the sweetness of the hummingbird spirit. So when we look at the full moon in Gemini, it's asking us, reap your rewards, be in your growth. Don't focus so much on seeing this shedding as like, oh, this again. It's like, no, we're shedding it out of celebration this time. It's different energy. It's like, thank goodness we're done with this, because now I can finally be seen and I can stop playing between 2 worlds. I can finally allow myself to be where I need to be. So again, the lady energy, and again, we have a feminine priestess here. Feminine, I don't know if any of you guys are really close to nature, but it's just really telling you, reap your rewards, growth, celebrate your growth. And the shadow work prompt I'm going to give you for this card for this Gemini full moon on November 8th, 2022 is, what rewards or what things of this year can you celebrate during the Gemini full moon? When you think about Gemini full moon, when you're sitting in those 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, what is something you can celebrate instead of something that is going wrong and something that you need to do better in? And in doing that, you're giving yourself permission to receive, okay? The last card I'm going to pull for you guys, and then we're going to finish this reading because it's so beautiful. So the last card I'm going to pull for you guys, let's see what we have. So you guys have 3 cards. Wow. I haven't pulled these cards in so long. I don't know if you guys are my OGs, but I used to pull these cards all the time. And then when I was setting up today, they really wanted to come and step into that space and to share with you guys. So I'm excited to share with you. So the card that we have here is play. Have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. So again, allow yourself to play. I love the chalice here. It's like enjoying this like space of goddess energy, a space of like freedom, of wealth, of abundance. I think that's so important. The other card we have here is where are you being called to your journey? So instead of focusing on what your reality is right now, stepping into where you want to be. And again, if we can do that, we can allow ourselves to trust the process and things will weave and spirit will make sure that everything works as it's supposed to be. The last card you got is one of the most powerful cards for ancestors. For some of you, you're being called to connect with your ancestors, even if you've never connected with them before, because they're really calling you to shift. Maybe what you're shedding is also shedding for them from the past and also for you right now. So it's giving you the opportunity for you to shed. There's also the elephant animal in this card and the tiger. So the elephant represents luck, and then the tiger, or the tiger puma energy, represents power. So luck and power. And we have a wolf by the moon. So again, wolf energy is representing community. So stepping into the luck and your inner power, so then you can go and find out what your purpose is for your community. So if that resonates with you and allowing your ancestors to help you pave the path of where you need to be, I would highly suggest you applying to the Earth Dharma program. If there's spots available for you, it will happen. So I feel like that's it for the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was so beautiful to connect with you and to really just connect and do this reading. I really look forward to doing these readings every time I am with you guys on here. Let me know down below what resonates with you, and if you haven't checked out the energy update video, you can go check that out. I also posted an energy meditation that you can do 3 days before the day and 3 days after to maximize your energy with this December full moon in Gemini. And I just hope you guys really enjoyed it. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells so you do not miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you so much. Happy Gemini full moon.